raised by this G7 nations during their meeting in Italy. They have issued this statement. As an analyst, especially, you keenly follow the political and economic dynamics of the Horn of Africa. How do you, analyze by connecting dots in this statement? What are the connotative message of this statement?
We are, and as it pertains to Ethiopia, because it's a huge statement that really goes around the world and addresses a lot of places. As it comes to the Horn of Africa, and more specifically to Ethiopia, this statement by the G7 is mainly saying, we're not that happy with the fact that you are, free-ranging, that you are having other friends, and we cannot really make you do what we want you to do as much as we used to. And your funds are not entirely dependent, you're not entirely dependent on us for funds, which means we are not able to make political pressure upon you as much as we would like, without making a lot of noise, of course. They still have that, that footage generally in the international politics. If they are interested in making something, they will do something. But without making noise quietly, we cannot pull your levers as much as we should, because now we are making new friends, new relationships, and making decisions and showing more autonomy. So that's a more frown face kind of like, I'm not so happy with how you are these days, kind of, just like, simple terms. That's how they put it. And the relationship with agreement, not the agreement, memorandum of understanding with Somaliland. That's, I think, where they made the biggest mistake. I think it's a calculated mistake. They have to weigh and balance and say, we're going to have to offend somebody here. And we rather offend the ones that are more stable at this moment and make up to them if necessary, than offend somebody who is on edge from how he interacted, head of a state that interacts and acts the way they did, at Mohammed Sheikh did at the AU, is a complete embarrassment, and also something that will put you aback and say, what is going on here? This could lead to something more dangerous, because this is more volatile. So he's shown volatility, and they're saying, let's maintain some peace here by calming down the volatility. And if we show anything like middle of the road and respectful of rights, we're going to send this person who's leading this nation into, and I'm going to point this out. Thank you for reminding me, actually. They actually said, in keeping the constitutional order. And that was laughable, because as Puntland is trying to pull out because of what's being done with the constitution, and they're not really happy, another state is claiming full independence and becoming its own nation on top of Somaliland. They appreciate and recognize Hassan Sheikh's government for keeping things together. That's not keeping things together. So they are giving empty praise to calm down a rather volatile and frantic, I'm not going to call nation, head of state, because as a nation, that does not represent Somalia's person, Somalia's nation, because you cannot go to Italy and say, we still have your old homes from the time of colonization. You please come back, right? That is not Somalia. Somalia is not begging the European nations to come back and colonize them, or to come back to their old land and homes and take it back. That is frantic. Coming to AU and behaving in such a way is volatile. They saw volatility and growing volatility, and they wanted to calm that down at the expense of their relationship with Ethiopia. Because they say, where is Ethiopia going to go? It's already in BRICS, so let's calm down at your expense. But that's a miscalculation because volatility doesn't stop like that. Bullying doesn't stop like that. And when you go ahead and disrespect an independent state at the minimum, which I call a nation, Somaliland, and call it a region in Somalia, you're not making the best allies in the nation, and you're not working with the calm heads as you should and recognizing their effort to common goals. So that's how I saw it. Yeah.